breakfast of toast and tea. What's the plan today?
We're going to have a look at the get up Robinson, which is another Wainwright, up over from Moss Force, just over the other side of Buttermere. See where we get to.
Left Honister Path up to Moss Force Waterfall, where we've actually parked up before. There's a sign. And we're going to head off up to Robinson.
So yes, again, on our walks, it's quite a steep climb up first. And get the legs pounding. It's a well-worn track at the top of here anyway. It should be relatively easy to follow. The boots have only just about dried out from previous walk where we got wet through, but I think today is going to be a better day for walking. Also, can't interrupt the drinking, can we? So, go on, good boy. Daryl's in his new boots for the first proper walk.
Not sure whether it's sensible or not. The other ones are still wet through from the other day, even though they've been reproofed.
We're nearly at the top of this little climb anyway.
Always say.
Oops, nearly.
Isn't the steepest, highest Wainwright, and it's not the longest to walk to. It's only about a mile and a half.
Yeah, a couple of miles.
In fact, you look down there, you can see where we've parked the van. You can see the van. But it's a heck of a steep climb.
So that gully down there will be where the Moss Force is, the waterfall that we've seen in previous videos and that you can see from the car park. So that's the start of it. So we might not just go straight back to the car park because we've got that water to contend with. We'll have to go back round. It's a clear view today. So we're nearly at the top of High Snockrigg, and we have to follow, this is High Snockrigg here, and we follow the ridge around up onto Robinson. When we're up there, we'll make a decision of what we're doing. You see me looking at my phone, it's not social media, I've got OS maps on here so we know where we're going. Saves fighting with them in the wind.
Height now. High Snockrigg. Snockrigg. So we're getting more of a view of the surrounding area.
So we've got Crummock water down here, Lows water in the distance, and the wind farms on the coast. Around this headland we've got Buttermere, so they're the three lakes down Borrowdale. Quite a bit of cotton grass growing here, lots of clumps of it. I'm assuming it likes marshy ground. This is very boggy, just this bit here. Well, the saddle we've just come across has been very boggy. I got wet feet again. That's not a problem. And now we're starting to climb up onto Robinson. So that'll be another Wainwright ticked off the list.
Breather break.
This saddle is Buttermere moss, and where it was mossy and boggy and horrible.
You liked it, didn't you? Let's breather break over. Time for another bit of a slog now. Carrying on up to Robinson. I would say the puppies, but they're not puppies. They're 3 years old now, but they're still full of energy and playing. Nab's got, no, not Nab. Tor's got more sense. He does conserve his energy a bit more. Come on now. Make a move. Some sheep up there, so these three will have to go on a lead in a minute. All right. We heard them, but we didn't really see them.
So we've consulted the map, we've had a snack,
He's consulted me.
and we're heading over to the Twin, which is over there. So we've got to go along the edge and along the ridge up on the other side and to Hindscarth, which is Robinson's Twin. I don't think we're going to get to Dalehead today, but we can do that from the slate mine from a different direction coming up the other way. We certainly do Hindscarth today, I think, don't you?
I think so.
So
Let's
head off.
Do it. Make it so. It's a little bit breezy up here though.
It is, but you're at the, it certainly is, but you're at the saddle of the dale, aren't you? Borrowdale's just down there and it's all whipping up from the coast.
I'll do that again. Pretty quiet today. We've met a few walkers, so we've just had a break up there and walked down here, and we've got yet another view. It's hard to know when to stop filming because there's so many views, and over every peak you see something different and something new. So Keith's just going to point out some of the ones that we've already done, some of the Wainwrights.
I think I've got this right, but this first fell here is Fleetwith, which we did from the slate mine. That one directly across there is Haystacks, which we did from Buttermere, and that's the saddle we went through there, just in the dip there. And then the last one we did was Grey Knots, which is the ridge behind Fleetwith. We came up from the valley up onto the top there.
We're ticking them off
Slowly.
very slowly, but very surely, and it'll take us a long time, but we'd rather do it in our own time than rushing them. But Keith was reading the other day about a guy who'd broken his own record.
5 days and so many hours to do all 214 Wainwrights. So that's 40 a day. That's some going. So that's Honester Pass, leading up from Buttermere up to the Slate Mine, which I think is the harder route, the steeper route. We often come up from Keswick, but I think that is the steeper route going up to the Slate Mine from this direction. So we've come off over the saddle from Robinson, and you can see where the paths separate, coming off to the left to Hindscarth, carrying straight on over to Dale Head. It's certainly windy coming up over up the valley, up the dale. Now on the path off to the left up to Hindscarth. That's looking down this valley. I think we're going to get blown up this one. Sorry? I think we're going to get blown up this one. Wind assisted. As Darryl says, this is never ending. Just a bit of a slog up the Slate line path. Some parts are easier than others. Just slog uphill. Can't really get lost. Hit me. Good girl. So, I think we're just about at the top now. That's Hindscarth. Now, nab this way. Good boy. Bay, this way. Tor, come on. So I think that was the top of Hindscarth. There's obviously a viewpoint down here, so we might as well, while we're here, just go to the end of the head and see what we can see. Nab here. Come on. Nice sheltered little spot.
It is.
Looking north, not quite as dramatic as the hills sort of peter out in the distance. But as you say, not the most enjoyable walk.
No, it was a bit of a slog, and to be honest, coming up here was much of a muchness of going up the first one, wasn't it?
Yes.
But it's 2 out the way, 2 bagged.
And you're always saying that you need to challenge us. We need to challenge ourselves.
Yeah.
Do that extra mile.
That was an extra 3.
And this was certainly an extra bit, but yeah, we could have just done the one and gone back, but we carried on, grabbed this one, and made it a decent walk, really.
Yeah.
And as you say, put ourselves out of our comfort zones a little bit, not by height or anything, but just the slog.
It was a slog. But the views have been worth it again.
Yes.
Well, to top it off now, it's a couple of RAF jets flying over.
I thought you were going to say an ice cream.
And a coffee shop. And an escalator down. What was it? On TripAdvisor the other week, there was a complaint about Helvellyn that they were most disappointed there wasn't a coffee shop at the top. And it wasn't a joke. They were really complaining. They gave it 1 star.
So, just got to retrace our steps. This isn't really a circular walk, unless we wanted to do Dale Head, then drop down to the Slate Mine, then get a taxi back to Buttermere, and then walk up the hill from Buttermere. But this is just a return. Nab. So we just got to go back along the same path as we came, and we'll end up back at the van. So we picked up the path again. You can see it's snaking down this side of the hill, across that saddle, and snake up, back up onto Robinson, and then back down the other side to the van. We have.
It was easier coming down than it was going up.
Always is. There's a choice of 2 paths to go back up. Which one do you want to do? It's blowing a gale across this saddle again. I'll be here on the video. Whistling through the fence, which is keeping people off Robinson's Crag, or Robinson Crags. Over the saddle. Now we're starting to climb up over Robinson again. hopefully it's not too strenuous. Had quite a walk today, so I'm hoping we get up over the top here and we can wend our way back easily to the van. We just come back to top of Robinson. Losing the view of where we've been, the valley we've been down and up. We've got to drop down now over High Snockrigg, or whatever it's called, back to the van, which is just down in that dip there. So we're back onto the nasty bit, the boggy bit. Try not to get my feet too wet this time, but I don't think we're going to be successful. Darrell's in his new shoes, are nice and dry, his new boots. But, it's a really boggy bit, this. Not nice.
It's quite pleasant after that slate.
It's softer than the slate tracks, yes.
Not nice if your boots are leaking.
No.
I'll dry your feet for you. No, I'll get Nab to lick your feet for you. So, this must be the start of the waterfall then.
Yes.
Running down to it.
Yeah, or one of the streams that feeds into it. But yes, this will be the start of Moss Force. We're on. Was it Buttermere Moss or something? Was it something like that? So, hence the name.
You can hear the water. There they.
Don't go too far. Come on, hey up.
Come on over.
Hey, hey up. Come off. Over the bog, over the moss, over the moss. Hit the trail that we were on this morning. Just got to go skirt round that little lump there and drop down into the car park. In theory.
Not literally.
Another good walk. Where did they get their energy from? Even Tor's getting a bit of a pace on now. Again, some lovely views. This is what the Lake District's about. Hills and lakes, open space.
Did you say the word?
I didn't. I said lovely. I didn't say stunning.
You don't say stunning.
But they are stunning, aren't they?
They're beautiful.
It's not as easy to drop down. It wasn't that easy getting up here. It was a slog. Oops. It was a slog. But getting down isn't going to be easy either. It's going to be slow and monotonous. You make it look so easy, Bay. So does Tor. Good boy.
I'm not the most sure-footed mountain goat, am I?
No, nor am I. I'm saying, wasn't easy going up. It's not easy coming down either.
Just some four-legged friends of ours showing off.
Yeah, make it look so easy. Even Tor. And there we are, back down, back to the van. After a long hike.
I'm a bit warm now. We're going to do something in a minute you never see us doing, just to celebrate that we did it. And we're back.
In one piece.
No twisted ankles.
Soggy feet.
Not even broken a nail. Nab, come here.
So the van's been in the sun all day, so the solar should be all topped up and everything.
Just wait for us.
Ooh. There we go.
What you never see us two doing. We did it. That was a slog. And now I can say, that was enjoyable.
You liar. You didn't like it at all.
I enjoyed some of it.
Some of it.
Some of it was hard work. But that's two Wainwrights.
Yep.
We hope you've enjoyed today's walk. And we'll leave you with this little thought. Travel is an adventure that turns us into storytellers. And that's a little plaque that someone kindly sent us. And now it's time for some tea. And to say thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.